for this important update as it regarding COVID-19, otherwise known as the coronavirus, and the city's response to this public health crisis. Please welcome Mayor Lumumba to the podium.
Thank you for your time and attention. There are a few matters that I want to share with you with respect to the city's response to COVID-19, otherwise known as the coronavirus. Out of concern for the public health and safety of our citizens, I have signed a series of executive orders to help limit the spread and possible exposure of COVID-19 coronavirus. As of this morning, a state of civil emergency has been declared for the city of Jackson, and all gatherings of 50 or more people are prohibited, with restrictions on gatherings of less than 50 people. As of 1 o'clock this afternoon, all non-essential city government-owned and leased buildings will be closed, and non-essential city employees are required to work remotely. I have signed an executive order to close City Hall to the public. Water Sewer Business Administration will remain open as it is an essential facility as we deal with a hygienic need. Customers should continue to pay water bills online or drop off payments. J-Tran buses are being deeply cleaned nightly. Drivers are being supplied with personal hygiene products for use. We want to encourage residents to utilize city online services as much as possible. If there are any city services that you need, that you do not need immediately and can wait, hold them until this emergency has concluded. Out of an abundance of caution, we have postponed a number of city events, including Tech Jackson and the Fertile Ground Expo. All remaining scheduled public hearings and application workshops regarding the development of the City Jackson's 2020 through 2024 Consolidated Plan and its 2020 one-year action plan have been postponed until further notice. We will continue to keep everyone updated as this situation continues. As we announced last week, the City of Jackson's Coronavirus Task Force will meet tomorrow, and we will update you on how we plan to go forward in this situation. We will be working with our state epidemiologists and other public health professionals to join us for our gathering next Tuesday. This Tuesday. That was from last week. We will work to urge that our residents and bars move to a takeout and delivery service. Do what is necessary to limit crowds and to ensure adequate spacing between patrons sitting down at your restaurant. We want to limit crowds, once again, of 50 people or more wherever possible. We want to continue to urge everyone to maintain proper hand washing and coughing hygiene. Citizens aged 65 and above and those with underlying health conditions are most at risk for developing or suffering the severity of this disease. Exercise social distancing practices as much as possible. Individuals who believe that they may have been exposed to the coronavirus should not go to the ER. Contact your primary care physician. If there are any questions, we are prepared to accept them at this time.
How do you enforce a ban on larger gatherings? What's the process?
The Stafford Act, as we have been informed by the city attorney's office, enables us to, gives us the power to enforce that. And we will be working in combination with our restaurants, bars, and other public facilities. At this time, we ask that they work with us. We know that this is has severe economic implications, and we know that those establishments are concerned for that. But we believe that the public health concern rises above that, and so we will be working in combination with them, and if need be, we will implement more extreme measures or more severe measures going forward.
Mr. Mayor, some restaurants have workforce interruption insurance, but sometimes it won't kick in until there's an emergency that makes them react. Are we heading that way, or just giving it to them automatically to do it upon themselves?
Well, I don't know what their policy outline what the outline of their policy implications are. We have declared a civil emergency. We have declared, the restriction of gatherings less than 50 people, and it would be a matter of what their personal insurance policies state. I don't know what those limits are, but we want to work not only, the paramount concern is the health and safety of our citizens. And so we will address that as things progress, and we will address that as our COVID-19 task force advises us to do so. And so that's what we're doing at this time.
Will the city council meeting today be on or off, or what's the?
I will leave all information. I will tell you that the building is restricted to the public. I will leave all questions regarding the city council meeting to the city council. I am an invitee to the city council meeting, so I do not have the power to speak to what decisions the city council is making with regard
Even
to
if someone has a matter before it today scheduled?
This is what I do know.
Yeah.
I know that the city council is bringing up a question about shutting off public comment, and there's a special council meeting on that. And I believe that there was one matter that they were intending to take before that. But once again, that question is best answered by the city council, and I think more specifically, the city council president will probably be prepared to speak to that.
Mayor Lumumba, as this goes on, is there anything the city's doing to watch for the populations like the homeless that
Yeah.
maybe don't have a definite place to go or way to protect themselves?
That has certainly been a part of our discussion to make sure that we can help those who are most at risk, the vulnerable populations such as the homeless. We're working with the United Way, for instance, when it comes to our young people who are out of school through our Jackson Meals Matter program and other institutional partners to make certain that we can provide meals to those people who are without. And as our resources allow us to, we will extend additional services to people.
Mayor, you mentioned about the essential employees versus non-essential. Can you expound a little bit on that? Are you talking about all the first responders, that they will continue to work?
Well, in this circumstance, it is to be defined by the directors based on those services. This is a unique circumstance. So the obviously first responders are always essential employees. In this situation, because of the need for people to have the ability to wash their hands and thoroughly clean, that makes the water sewer business administration, that makes that essential in this circumstance. And so that is to be defined based on the responsibilities and services that we have to carry out by the directors. And there is a document that we have internally that speaks to the work from home policy and what is essential versus non-essential.
What impact do you think this is going to have on tourism in Jackson?
Well, I'm glad to have our director from Visit Jackson and Visit Jackson representative here. Obviously, we know that this is going to have a detrimental effect on economic opportunities across the city and across the nation. This is a very unique circumstance that I don't remember the country having dealt with prior to now. And so we're prepared just to work hand in hand. Visit Jackson's presence signals the city and Visit Jackson standing with our small businesses and businesses across the city, letting them know that we're concerned for the impact this will have on them. But more importantly, and always what is paramount, is the safety of residents and people who travel through the city of Jackson, and to stop the spread of this virus.
Mayor Lumumba, do you have any words of encouragement, I guess, because I think as people look at this situation, we don't know what happens when it's over. How do we bounce back?
Yeah.
Talk about if you guys have any talks already in place, or kind of what do people need to know about the welfare of Jackson as we go forward?
Well, what they should know is that they have an administration which is proactive, an administration which is concerned with them. That is why more than a month and a half ago, we encouraged our medical facilities to send supplies over to China so that we could stop this spread. And so we will operate with that same spirit of proactiveness to work with them. We know that there are not many confirmed cases, and we want to encourage people that we're going to exercise the greatest level of caution. But we should not be surprised if we hear of more cases. It's not a matter of whether there are others that have contracted the virus. It's a matter of how many have actually been confirmed cases. And so the more we exercise the precautions, the social distancing, the hand washing hygiene, the coughing hygiene, the better we are prepared to see this reach its conclusion. And so we know that those who have unfortunately lost their lives to this disease have been those who have been some of our older residents, or not residents in Jackson, but older population in the country. And so we know those who are at highest risk, and so we should heed that information. We should take proper precaution because of that. Thank you for your time. We appreciate you.